And welcome to the stream. We are still in the Tenebrea sector of the galaxy. We're now on the way back to the bubble, so we've made it to the tip of the spiral arm, and we've now turned around to head back to finish off the tour. Right, let's show you where we are on the map. Right, so we are, let me a bit bigger. We are somewhere around here. So we went to the tip. Actually, the tip was actually over here, and we're on the way to something between there and this fleet carrier. So yeah, we are probably somewhere about here actually. Heading towards a stellar point of interest, which I don't think is that far away. So how far away is it? 25 jumps. Right, okay, so we can still see from that very zigzaggy route there, there are still very few stars in this area of the galaxy. And the route's not terribly straight, but we can actually plot a route. So we're back in the areas where we can plot routes again now. So yeah, I spent about an hour playing yesterday to get us to a point where I can just plot a route and then go. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, all right, you're looking at the wrong thing still. Right, let's show you the galaxy map again. Yeah, so it's so it's all ziggy zaggy for a while, and I'm assuming a bit further on it will straighten out a little bit. Right then, scanner system. So just normal exploration now. Still looking for plant life. I've got to find about. Let's have a look. I think it's 4 more. Yeah, 4 more plants to get to the target of 1,000. I have actually scanned more than 1,000 plants. Some of them are lost, and I suspect some of them I've probably only scanned two out of the 3. Yeah, of course you need to scan all 3 to get it to pay. And yeah, I died twice with quite large amounts of data on board. So yeah, I scanned a lot more than that. It's just I haven't cached them all in. Right, let's do a quick sound check. 1 2 1 2. Let's do a quick sound check. 1 2. Yeah, so that's all working okay. Yeah, so I can fully fill up with fuel again now. Most of the last stream I was trying to run on empty to keep the jump range high to avoid having to use frameshift drive injection. So hopefully I'll get around to scanning 4 more plants before we get to the fleet carrier. That way, when I sell the plants, I can check the amount, and if that adds up to over 1,000, then I'll jump onto the neutron star superhighway as soon as that becomes available and head back to the only sector of the galaxy that I haven't visited yet on this tour, and that is the outer Orion spur. So that will be all the ones to the east. Well, there's the one basically to the east of Sol. or the system that has Sol in it, sector that has Sol in it. So you can see still very few stars around here, not a lot to see. Actually, let's go back to the galaxy map. I think I still have that set. Yeah, I still have that set to realistic. So we go to this mode, so we can see which kind of stars we're going to, and we don't want to go to any stars that we can't refuel at. So we'll apply that to our route, and I'm not sure if that's recalculated the route or not, but hopefully it will next time we come to calculate a route.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Right.
Fuel scoping.
Three bodies. Looks like they're all stars. They're not all stars, but two of them are.
Frameshift drive charging. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Just looking at the galaxy map, seeing what the best route back will be after we get to the fleet carrier. There is quite a thick
Fuel scoping.
quite a thick set of stars for most of it.
Fuel scoping complete.
We are going to have to cross between spiral arms at some point, and it looks like some of that might be a little bit thin on stars. We'll see as we get a bit closer. So we've got to go through two sectors before we need to, or 1.5 sectors before we need to start thinking about that. Actually, the sector we are in now, I believe, is a sector that I finished the last tour of the galaxy on as well, because I had to go a long circuitous route to get to it. Because I was hoping to get to it from Dryman's Point sector, but there's even though it borders Dryman Point sector, there is no actual route between the two. Right, so that No, that's just a rocky world. That's not an Earth-like.
Frameshift drive
Yeah.
charging.
So yeah, there's no actual stars between or for a long way from the edge of Dryman's Point to this sector. Actually, yeah, you could get into Dryman's Point from this sector. There looks like there's about 10 or 15 stars in Dryman's Point that can be reached from this sector, but again, they're on this spiral arm, not the other spiral arm, and there's a huge gap between them.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Again, 3 bodies in this system. There must all be stars.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Okay, so water worlds there. Right, let's see what we have in this system. Right, well, there's one water world. No biology yet. There's the other water world. Alright, no biology there, so let's go straight on.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scope disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. System scan complete. Fuel scoping. Fuel scope disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Right, okay, there's no waterworlds here, but there are 37 planets and some gas giants, so I think I will scan them. Just want to get 4 more plants before we get to the fleet carrier. One biology there, that's probably not going to be worth anything. Ah, that's more like it, 3. That is on planet AB1C. Free there as well. AB1A. That will be enough to get me to 1,000. That's just a good cluster there. That's 2 geology. Or 2 more geology. 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 Nothing. Right, so 2 planets to go and visit there. A, B. So it's AB 1A. That can't be right. That's not A. It says AB 1A. Had 3 on it. It's been AB. Let's just scan that one again. Right, so off to AB1C, where there are 3 biological signals, and then we'll scan AB1D, see what type of biology that is as well. Actually, we'll go to D first, because that may save a little bit of time, because I suspect we won't have to land there.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Yeah, so just bacteria, so we'll leave that.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Okay, tubers. I've seen tubers in this sector before. Let's see what that is.
Orbital flight engaged. Power integrity compromised. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Not sure what those grooves are. Actually, one seems to be a groove. Could be plate tectonics, I suppose. So tubus grows on flat areas. So does bacterium, and tussock can grow pretty much anywhere. So hopefully this will cover all three of those. You can see tubus there already, and bacteria. Let's go and near the bacteria. I see tussock there on the ground as well.
Landing gear deployed.
Low gravity warning. Drive assist off.
Right, so the tubus are little palm tree looking type things. And this is bacterium. And the tussock is the grass type stuff, which I think I saw some over there. Yeah, so some grass over there. So that is the tussock. So we do have everything in this location. We need to scan each one 3 different times in 3 different locations. And depending on what it is, depends on how far you have to go apart. Bacterium, we have to go 500 meters to find another one. So there's one there. That's not going to be 500 meters away. So there's a few there. There's one there. There's one just past it. So that one past it will definitely be 500 meters. So I'll go for that one.
Drive assist off.
So I didn't take a note of what this was. What is it? Bacterium aura screen, very common. So one more bacterium. So there's some there, they're too close. There's some smaller ones there, still too close. Alright, so there's some directly ahead there, right next to those.
Drive assist off.
Welcome to the stream. So we are touring the galaxy. Just catching up with the last few plants I need to scan to make it up to 1,000 plants. And that one should make it 997. We're heading back to the bubble after visiting, traveling the full length of every spiral arm in the galaxy. And by the time we get back to the bubble, we'll have visited most of the space stations in the Deep Space Support Array. There's three more to go. There were a few that weren't in service when I was at their locations, so I missed a few. And the map, the Deep Space Support Array map has changed a little bit since I set off, so I've visited a few that weren't on my original list. And we may even get to one today.
Drive assist off.
So I didn't take a note of what that was. What is that? Ignis Green. Tussock. Ignis Green. So it's only the third one of those I've found. Let's head over towards that tubus forest. Actually, flying high isn't the best way to find tussock. Best way to find tussock is to turn on night vision. So if you turn on night vision, and tussock will normally stand out like those ones in front of us just there.
Drive assist off.
Right, when we get into the tubus, we'll take a screenshot. Can we see the ship from here? Right, we can't see the ship from here. Oh no, where is it? It's in that direction. Oh no, it is. It's right over there. Get that up there, and then disembark.
Drive assist off.
Alright, so nice, interesting angle, which will hopefully get into the screenshot. Let's see what kind of tubus we're looking at first. Tubus conifer maroon. Tubus conifer. Right, maroon's a new one. Not got maroon before. Got tubus canvas maroon and tubus compagibus maroon, but not tubus conifer maroon. Right, okay, so let's add that to the list. It's the first time in a while I've found a new colour of something. So I found one of those. Right, so what we're going to do for the screenshot. So we've got the sun over there. Oh, that one has got a nice sort of cone effect on the top of it. Can I land on that one next to it? Right. Right, I'm going to have that as a screenshot. And let's see, what planet are we on? Right, okay, that's a screenshot done. So let's go find some more tubists. Right, so for tubus we need to go 800 meters between samples. Right, hopefully that's 800 meters.
Drive assist off.
Yes, I don't remember seeing ones with these sort of cone-like structures on the top before. Not cone as in cone shape, but cone as in fir cone. Yeah, they sort of have the same structure as a cone, the top of a cone. Right, so we need to scan one more of those, and then we'll set off back to the target that we're after. So we are touring the galaxy, and this is really the last leg. So I have just reached the tip of the last spiral arm, meaning I've now travelled the full length of each spiral arm, and just got one sector of the galaxy to visit. Meaning I'll have visited all the sectors of the galaxy on this tour, and 3 more fleet carriers to go. One of them is not too far away, and then the other 2 are pretty close back in the bubble. Right, so that should complete this tubus. That means I only need to scan one more plant, theoretically, to make it to 1,000, which was the last sort of target for the tour, to scan 1,000 plants. I'm already at xenobiology 5-star, but getting 1,000 plants will get me up a grade in the Indira ratings. Right, so that's this planet completed.
Drive assist off.
We have the route already plotted in for the next system, and it looks like the next one is, as always, behind the planet. So let's go up and get out of the planet's gravity and fly around it.
Cannot comply. Landing gear retracted.
So just got to break mass lock, which we've done, and we can now go into super cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So in super cruise, our speed will increase far faster. And pretty soon we'll be doing the speed of light. Oh, it slowed down there. Oh, speed increase slowed down. Wonder why that is. It's going up again. So yeah, we need to get above the OC line, which I'm not quite sure what OC stands for. Is it orbit, outer orbit? I don't know, something like that. And then I'll be able to fly around the planet. There we go. Fly around the planet and find the next system to go to. Yeah, very few stars in the sky here because we are right on the tip of the spiral arm. So so you can see Sol is over here. The Sol is on this spiral arm. We're on the next spiral arm out, and the tip is somewhere around there. And we've just come from the tip. Went to the tip in the last stream. So we'll go into a fleet carrier, which is about here. We'll go into a target, which is probably not that many jumps away now. How many jumps away is it? 11 jumps away, which is a still a point of interest. Don't know what that's going to be. But yeah, and follow the spiral arm back into this sector because you can't get to from this sector to that sector directly. So we'll follow that around here. There's very few stars around here, so we'll follow the area where there's loads of stars through this bit, and then we will sort of work our way onto the spiral arm, and we'll finish the tour of the galaxy in this sector here, where there are 2 fleet carriers left to visit. There's plenty of fleet carriers between here and there, but I don't need to visit them anymore, so I've already visited those on the way here. So let's jump. So yeah, 11 jumps to the next target location. It's not a very an important target location. It's what is it called? Pamplemousse. Not even sure what that means now. Let's have a look in the galaxy map to see what it was that I chose. I think it's a stellar point of interest. Yeah, it just says Pamplemousse. Stellar eminence. So that could be a nebula. So again, we'll be scanning all the systems as we go. Mainly looking for Earth-like worlds, water worlds, and ammonia worlds, but we don't have any in that size range in this system. So we'll just go on. Didn't have any ammonia worlds in the last system where I was scanning the planets. It's just there were 32 planets there, and when you got that many, there's a pretty good chance that some of them are going to have biology, and I was right. 2 of them did. Yeah, so hopefully we'll find some more. I need to scan 1 more plant, and then sell that plant data, and that will then get me. I'm trying to remember what that's trying to get me. It's one of the Indira rankings, probably the xenobiology one. Let's have a quick look, see what that actually is. Oh, apparently I have a message. What is it? So it is right, so the xenobiology, yeah, so that will get me to tier 3 in the xenobiologist. in the Enera ratings. Let's have a look to see what that message is. God knows how long that's been there. I haven't logged into Enera for ages. My profile, one message. This is just a message about CQC from one of the main players in CQC. Yeah, CQC's dying basically. I've not played it very much in the last 2 years, and I'm still at number 9 in the rankings. So yeah, there's no real activity there in the top end players. Yes, I think I'm still number 9. Yes, I am. I've just dropped out of the top 100 in the overall rankings as well, so I'm at 103 at the moment. Hopefully when I sell this data, that'll push me up a little bit. Plus I have a huge pile of stuff on my fleet carrier waiting to be sold when I get back to the bubble, so that will probably push me up a little bit more. Right, what's in this sector? Nothing. So straight off to the next one. Right, so it's 9 jumps to go.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, so not a lot in that system.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Oh, so I'm only 150,000 light years from getting to rank 5 in the Traveller in the Enera ratings.
Scooping complete.
But as the galaxy is only 60, is it 60? Well, I think the furthest star is 60,000 light years. I don't think I'm going to get to that in this tour. Alright, so that was nothing. Yeah, that was nothing at all. So we're straight off to the next one.
Drive charging.
So actually, I'm not far away from getting to the mercenary rank 3 or tier 3. I only need to do another. I should say not far. It's another. What's that? 68. Another 68 conflict zones. It's not a big job, but I've done 500 already. So to get to elite, so 60 is. Another 10% maybe.
Frameshift drive charging. scoping complete.
Yeah, nothing there.
Frameshift drive
A
charging.
bit hot still. Let's cool down before we set off.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I finished watching the Elite Dangerous stream yesterday, and the news about update 14. Is it 14 or 15? Might be 15. Update 15 moving from the middle of April into May. So that was a little bit disappointing. My aim was to get back to the bubble for that, which is what's that? That's currently 3 weeks away. So it's now going to be 5 weeks before update 15 happens. So I should be back in the bubble in plenty of time for that, even if I slow down a little bit.
Complete.
Nothing here either. So it still seem to be quite big gaps between the stars.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Oh, we have a water world. Let's scan everything. Right, only 9 planets. 1 biology there. So that is on planet 1. That's the water world. Alright, the one there behind the star. Alright, so there's only one left. Oh no, that's behind the star, so let's move a little bit. Alright, let's see if I can find it now. There it is.
System scan.
Nothing there. Right, so there was that one planet with 1 biology on it, so let's go to that. We'll scan that. If it's bacteria, we'll leave. If it's not, we will land and scan it. And that will take us up to 1,000. Theoretically.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, so more water worlds. Let's scan the system again. Again, just got 8, and there's 2 of them are water worlds. That's one of them. Nothing on there. None on there. Right, that's the other water world. That looks like it's got a moon. Possibly 2. Oh, no, it's just one. Oh, didn't see what was on it. What's on that one? Nothing. So one more to find. There we go.
System
I think they're
scan
either.
complete.
Right, so off to the next one, which,
Frameshift drive
judging by the
charging.
distance there, is probably our destination. Yep. It's the next destination anyway, it's not a final destination.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
Right, so again, that looks pretty much like a complete star. Doesn't look like stellar remnants.
Scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
13 bodies. That's fully fueled, so there's very close binary star there. So that second star, what is that? I've never seen. That looks a lot dimmer than the one next to it. So I wonder if that's what it means by the stellar remnants. Probably the bigger stars pulled all the atmosphere off this smaller one here. Alright, let's scan the system and see what we've got. Nothing there. Oh, two lines to follow. And there's a fourth star over there. That's got a few planets around it as well by the looks of it. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. An asteroid cluster. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. So these are the last two, I think, and the final one. Nothing.
System scan complete.
Right. So what does it say about this star here? Right, so that dim one there, that's an ordinary star. So why this is classed as stellar remnants, I don't know. Right, let's have a look in the orrery view. I can't remember how you get to the orrery view. There we go. It's not often I look at the orrery view. Orrery view. Right, okay. Right, that's all I want to see in this system. So we'll now plot a route to the next fleet carrier. Which is in this system. That's only 700 light years away. 12 jumps, so that's about the same as it was to get to that stellar remnants. The route is relatively straight now, nowhere near as zigzaggy as it was. You can see around there there's loads and loads of stars. So yeah, the route's going to be a little bit straighter now than it was before. Well, there's a bit of a zigzag there. Right, okay, let's go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so 12 jumps. I need to scan one more plant before we get there. Bad attitude. It looks like I've possibly missed you, but thank you for joining me.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so 11 bodies here, and we have more water worlds, so we'll scan everything again. At least we will once we're away, far enough away from the star that we're not going to overheat. I think that's notable stellar phenomenon there. It is, so we will go and visit that. And there's another one somewhere in the system. Right, so there is the first water world. There's at least one more. Biology there on 5A. 5A. Just one, so it's probably bacterium. And that looks like the other notable stellar phenomenon. That's the second water world. Oh, what's in there? Nothing. Oh, a third notable stellar phenomenon.
System scan complete.
Right, okay. So, let's have a look at the system map and decide what to do. On that system map, we want to look at this one where we can see distances. Right, so we want to go to planet 5A. Planet 5A is there. Two of the notable stellar phenomenon are closer, so let's get to those first. So, problem with notable stellar phenomenon is when there's more than one in the system, and if you stop travelling between them, you don't know which one to go to next. The only way you can work out which one's which is by the distance between them. Right, so what do we have? Spiky boys. Looks like just spiky boys. Go to night vision, see if there's anything smaller. Right, I can see one thing up there which is smaller. So we may have pods as well. Oh, that's more. Yeah, so it looks like we've got pods as well. Right, I can see a whole load of pods over there. So if you've joined me today from my link in Facebook or Twitter, I posted a screenshot of me and the last lot of pods that I found. Right, so we're going to scan scan one of these spiky boys, then we're going to scan the pods.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh,
Landing gear
not landing
retracted.
gear. Oh, I do want to not hit it though. So probably notice the temperature go down as we get closer to it. Alright, why is that not? There we go. Yeah, so we've got the codex entry there. Alright, so where did those pods go? Oh, a bit of yellow. Bit of yellow gas. Narrowly missed that. So these things are almost as big as an anaconda. So it's got some interesting. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when you go through the when you go through the ship, those things in front sparkle. I'm not quite worked out why that is. Right, let's get really close up on the ship so I can see. Should we zoom in? Try and get it so. Right. Oh, that's quite. Right, so an interesting view on the ship. Right, I'm going to need to take a screenshot one-handed. Right, that should do. Come out of that, save the screenshot. Right, where are we? Done that on the system map. Right, so we're still closest to the star. Right, let's go and visit the next notable stellar phenomenon. It's closer than the planet we want to go and visit. I've got a blue one over there. Blue sparkly bits.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, so there's been a lot of notable stellar phenomena in this sector of the galaxy. It also applies to the two sectors which are north from here as well. So if we go to the galaxy map, so where are we? So yeah, we are in this sector here. This one and this one over here, these two. Actually, it's not north of here, but yeah, these two sectors are the two with by far the most amount of notable stellar phenomena in there. Practically every time you find out a water world, you'll get a notable stellar phenomenon. Most of the others you can fly all the way through it without finding one, unless you're looking for them on the codex. Right, so these look more like, I think, there's definitely some spiky boys here, but I think the other ones are silicate crystals and other smaller bits as well. May possibly be some pods too. Right, so we've got all three up there. That doesn't look like a pod, that looks like a bit of a crystal that's broken off. Those in front could still be pods. Yeah, the silicate crystals don't have quite the same look. They're not as spiky as the ice crystals. So the texture's similar, but the shapes are slightly different. Right, so we've got an entry there, codex entry there. Let's go and scan all these pods. I might be able to take another screenshot here. It doesn't look like it's going to be spectacular as the last location. Sure if that actually scanned it, whether it counted or not. Right, let's go to that notable stellar phenomenon over there. Yeah, so the first tour of the galaxy. This is what I was primarily doing. Is going to see notable stellar phenomena and scan them. I only went to see life on planets when there were sectors with no notable stellar phenomenon in them. Right, Right, so yeah, looks like I've scanned that already. Right, okay, so let's go to the planet now. Right, so we could go to the third notable stellar phenomenon, which I think is that one. But that, yeah, let's just go to the planet. So it is Planet 5A, which has one biological signal.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, so so long as this isn't bacterium, we'll land on the planet and scan it. About 1 in 10 planets, well, 9 out of 10 planets that only have one biological signal. That signal is bacterium. Overshot there. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if you're the person who joined me earlier and you're coming back, but we are touring the galaxy. On the last leg now, I just got to go half the width of the galaxy back to the bubble. We just visited the easternmost tip of the galaxy and the tip of the spiral arm near the easternmost tip of the galaxy. So I've been on the tour of the galaxy for over 18 months now, and it should be finishing in about another, or within the next 3 or 4 weeks, I should think. Right, so that's bacterium, so I'm not going to land there. I'm just going to choose the next star and then head off to that. So I need to scan one more plant to get up to 1,000 plants scanned, or at least 1,000 plants sold to Vista Genomics, which because I'd already thought I'd passed 1,000 quite a long time ago, but according to what I've actually sold in the data, I haven't yet. So yeah, I've got about 25 plants in my data banks, and I need 26 to get up to 1,000.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Right, so that says system scan complete, so there's no planets here, so we can just cool down and head straight off to the next system. And the next fleet carrier is 10 jumps away, and I need to scan one plant before we get there, which may mean I have to scan a few systems where where I wouldn't normally do that. Don't really have to scan it before I get there, but I want to reach 1,000 at the next one, and then I can jump on the neutron star superhighway as I come back to Sol. So not having to scan all the planets all the way back. Right, what do we have here?
Fuel scooping.
7
Fuel
bodies.
scooping complete.
Looks like a lot of those is asteroid cluster, so we'll just skip that system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so I've got 3 more fleet carriers in a deep space support array to visit during this tour of the galaxy. To have visited, not necessarily visited all of them, but visited the systems where they all should be. Some of them were not deployed
Frameshift drive
when I arrived there, and there's also been some new ones added since I set off, which I've some of those I've visited. So yeah, I'll have visited all the systems that had fleet carriers in them when I started the tour of the galaxy over 18 months ago. Right, let's see what we have in this system.
system scan complete.
1 body, so no planets at all. Yeah, so we are still
Fuel scooping.
pretty close to the edge of the galaxy here. Not as close as we were
Frameshift drive.
in the last stream, but yeah, I've not turned towards the centre of the galaxy yet, and if I did, I would soon run out of stars, because if I head straight to the centre of the galaxy from here, I would hit a gap between spiral arms quite quickly. So yeah, we're having to follow the spiral arm around a little bit to get to a point where there are stars between the 2 spiral arms.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, so what do we have there? 21 bodies. I will scan this system. It looks like someone's already scanned it. I'll be scanning this anyway because it's got a water world. So yeah, let's hope we can find at least 1 planet with 2 biology on it to make it worth landing on. Right, so planet B. Not planet B, star B. Right, so yeah, no biology there. So we're looking for the features. Right, it says features, and we're looking for features of biology, not geology. There's 1, so that is on planet B2. B2, there's 1. Nothing there. Nothing there. That's precisely what we're looking for. We will definitely get 1 from that. So that is planet B5. B5 has 2 life, so yeah, there'll be probably bacteria and something else. So we'll definitely go and land on that one, and that should take us up to 1,000. On there. On there. 6. Right, so right, that means we're not going to get to the fleet carrier in this stream, because that planet's probably going to take us an hour. So that is what? That is A5A, A5A, and that has 6 biology on it, so that's definitely going to get us above the 1,000. Let's see what A5's got. Oh, that's the water world. Which is that? Is that an Earth-like world? I think that might be an Earth-like world. If it's an Earth-like world, I'll go and scan that as well and take a screenshot. Or at least, oh well, if it's not been scanned before. If it's been scanned before, I'll just leave it. Right, so there are right, 2 more planets to scan, and they look like they're both the other side of the sun. Right, so yes, an Earth-like world has been scanned previously. Buzzle beat me to it.
System scan complete.
Right, let's have a look at the system map. Right, so where's the Earth-like? So that one, terrestrial Earth-like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so I think I will go and scan that. Won't bother taking a screenshot. But it's not that far away. I think this is the first Earth-like I found in this sector of the galaxy. They're far more common in some sectors than others. It's been a while though since I found one that hasn't previously been visited. Right, so if this hasn't been found before, they'd be worth 3 million. As it has, it's probably going to be worth half of that.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, okay, so now we want to go to planet A5A. A5A. Well, there is 6 types of plant waiting to be scanned. Let's see if this planet's been visited. on foot before, so yeah. So it looks like Buzzle visited here since Odyssey came out. So he's got scanned everything on that planet. But that only makes a difference to the price, not the amount of scans made. And it's the number of scans made that I'm interested in at the moment, not the money. Alright, let's slow down a bit, scan the planet. Some large meteor strikes there.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan.
Alright, we've got Alanoida, Bacterium, Sulpus, Concha, Osseous, Tussock. Alright, so the hardest one to find there is Concha. So let's go and start by looking for that. Try and land somewhere near the horizons. A screenshot of Concha is one of the ones that made it into stellar screenshots this week.
Orbital flight engaged.
Too fast, pull up a little bit. Hopefully find a high intensity zone. There are some down there, but they're quite small. Alright, there's I think these are probably going to be plateaus. Yeah, they are. Right, so actually what else can I... Yeah, I should have checked what else I can find here. Right, so the only one we're really after here is Concha, but let's see what else there is as well. Concha grows in valleys and gullies, normally out of sunlight. So we'll probably want to go for a little bit more bumpy region. They basically look like large coconuts with a fresh coconut tree sprouting out of it.
Gravity warning.
Right, let's go and have a look over by these hills. Right, so they are. I think I've got one there. My sights. Like my sights. Yeah, there they are. So that's a baby one.
Drive assist off.
Can't tell what type it is from there because it's the bit that sticks out of them that distinguishes the type. But it looks like a red one, whatever it is. So let's scan that. So that's Concha labita, which is the most common type, and it just has like a big sprout coming out on the top. Oh, I didn't see what colour it was. Let's follow the ridge along, find some more. Right, we need to go 150 metres, so there's another smaller one there. Never seen one that small before. Right, there's one down at the bottom of the valley there that I saw. Probably more on the way.
Drive assist off.
Yeah, so this is the most common type, and it's probably, is it a red one? Yeah, it is. It's a red one. Red is the least common colour, but there's not much in it. So grey is the most common, then teal, turquoise and teal, and red's the least common. So right, we need to scan one more of those, and then we can get back in the ship and go and find a different destination, unless we see something else to scan on the way. Alright, there's one over there, that's possibly 150 metres. There's a few a little bit further away, which are almost definitely 150 metres.
Drive assist off.
Oh no, the black getting in and out of the SRV screen. Let's leave it for a bit, see what happens, and if not, we'll just go back to the main menu, log out, and I bet when we log back in, the SRV will be miraculously back inside the spaceship. Okay, that should be plenty long enough. Alright, so let's go back to the main menu. Continue. And I am out, and yeah, the SRV has totally vanished. Alright, I think instead of running back to the spaceship, I'll get the spaceship to come to us. Alright, dismiss the spaceship. We should be able to see that going. There it is. So we go up here to some flat land. So it's got somewhere to land. Also betting it goes in, lands directly above the only rock. Oh, it doesn't really matter when I'm on foot. Right, so here it comes. But when you're on foot, it doesn't really matter if it lands because you can actually get on board with it hovering. It's just a shame you can't get off with it hovering. Right, so that's one down. 5 to go. That should take me to the 1,000 that I was after.
Contracted. Power plant capacity exceeded. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, so just up above the DRP line. And we'll turn around. Change the mapping on the scan to find something else. So I've got alanoids, okay. So what have we got? So alanoids, bacterium, sulpus, concha, we've done concha, osseous. Right, so it looks like everything else is going to be in that region there. Right, so osseous appears on the rocky region, so we'll go down. And so we've got rocky regions down there, so that's good. And bacterium is in flat regions. Alanoids, again, they like flat areas. Sulpus like, I can't remember, sulpus like hills, I think. Can't remember what else was down here. Right, so right, that's osseous there, I think. It's like osseous spirals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to land here and then call it a day. Well, that's not osseous. No, that is that. They're the alanoids.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, yeah, okay, right, so that's alanoids. That's sulpus there. I think I saw some definitely saw some bacteria. There's bacteria there. Not seen any osseous yet. Right, can't see osseous. Oh, what's that over there? That could be osseous. Is that osseous? No, that's just rocks. Osseous can take different forms. One of them looked a little bit like that. Right, let's land. Right, okay. That's all for today. Thanks very much for watching. I may stream. I may do another stream tomorrow where we'll sell the data, but then I think there may be a big gap between before. Well, it's going to be a big gap before I reach the next sector of the galaxy that I haven't visited before. So I try to do one in each sector, and I've already done one from the, or several from the next sector we'll be going through. So yeah, so see you soon, and fly safely.